buoys and life rafts are found behind the wheelhouse, and emergency exits downstairs. They are the windows and doors they will slide to open. For those of you on the top deck who might be wondering where their emergency exits are, well then just use your own imagination and that's either side to that. A lady just in at the gate as we was boarding, she just asked me if we could maybe do a little commentary on our way down river. I can do that for you folks. I'm just standing here at the back. I will try my best to point out a few places in the form of a live commentary. Now folks, I'll start ahead of us here. We've got the London Eye. This is London's biggest tourist attraction. It was opened up in the year 2000 and it is 450 feet tall. Surrounding that wheel there are 32 pods, and that's a pod for every borough of London. If you look on our left hand side on the river's wall, the Golden Eagle, a RAF war memorial to all of the airmen and women who lost their lives during the Second World War. The beak of this eagle, it faces towards the shores of northern France, where many of those young airmen and women did very sadly lose their lives. Also, just on our left, just coming up shortly, the grey ship, the Tattershall Castle. She was once a ferry on the River Humber. Now they brought her upriver to be a floating arts gallery, but she went bust after only 2 years. As you can all see folks, today she is a floating pub. She made more money in the first month of her being a pub than the previous 2 years of her being an art gallery.
Sounds about right.
Now folks, it does just go to show you all the type of artists that we have here in London. It is said if you wave to the people crossing over this first ridge and they wave back to you, it is said to be 5 years of good luck. So like I say, do try and give them a wave folks. See if someone will give you a wave back. You tend to find the ones that don't wave back are just in London. We do play folks on our left-hand side on the river's wall, we have this large stone obelisk. This is Cleopatra's Needle. It was given to us by a very grateful Egyptian government over the defeat of Napoleon at the Battle of the River Nile. Those stone needles, they were made in pairs. The other one is found in Central Park, New York. Just behind it, you've got the building with the green roof. This is the back entrance to the world famous Savoy Hotel. The next bridge, folks, Waterloo Bridge, is the longest bridge to span the Thames. Waterloo Bridge is commonly known to us in London as the Ladies' Bridge. It gets its name as it was built during the Second World War by female labour. All of the men, they were away fighting for their country. The ladies of London were left at home to construct the bridge. The ladies, they faced it with a very expensive, self-cleansing Portland stone. So every time it rains in London, which is about 3 times a day, the face of this bridge, it receives a thorough wash. The Ladies' Bridge was the only bridge to span the river that was completed on time and under budget. So what a fantastic job the ladies done. So well done the girls, well done. Just over on our left, the building with the green dome on top. This is Somerset House. It was built for the Dukes and the Earls of Somerset. It was once over there in that building where they kept all birth, death and marriage certificates. I'm afraid to say that today it's home to a criminal organisation, and they like to call themselves the Inland Revenue. That's their headquarters. Look on our left hand side, folks, the white ship. It has the yellow funnel, the HQS Wellington. She was once a sloop for the New Zealand Navy. Today, a floating livery hall, and that's for the honourable company of Master Mariners. If you look just behind it, amongst the trees, the top of a stone archway, this is Temple Arch, a boundary marker between 2 cities. The city of Westminster we leave behind us, and the square mile city of London we are now just entering. Just here on our right, behind the trees, the small white building. It's got 4 blacked out windows. This is the ITV studios. It's in this building where they filmed the breakfast programme this morning. It is this part of the Thames that they use as a backdrop throughout the day. So do give them a big wave and a smile, like you're really enjoying yourselves. There's a very good chance you're all on daytime at TV. Look at these lovely sandy beaches that we have on the banks of the River Thames. A very clean river today. It might look dirty, that's just because the bottom of it is mud based. We've got such a fast flowing tide, it's constantly churning all of the mud up. It never gives it time to settle, that's what gives the Thames that murky effect. The red brick building to our right, it's got the Oxo Tower. Oxo being famous for the gravy stockyard. During the 30s, when this building was being built, advertisement along the banks of the river, it was actually illegal, and that's because the Thames is deemed a royal highway. Now, as you can all see, the Oxo company, they very cleverly got around that law, and they co-located their logo into the window frames. If you're coming up the river later on this evening, a red light shines in that tower. The word Oxo can be seen from all over London. On our left-hand side, the building with the green roof, that is the old City of London School for Boys. It was over there where Sir Winston Churchill attended before furthering on his education to Haworth. We're just approaching a group of bridges now. The first one is Blackfriars Road Bridge. If you look at the abutments of this bridge, they should remind you of church pulpits. They were built on the express wish of Queen Victoria, and that was to commemorate the Blackfriars monasteries that once stood to our left in the Yorkshire. When we go through the bridge between the south and the north, we'll show you the same natural lights of the old St. Joseph railway. The modern trains, they did bring back to but they did leave the support columns in place, and that was in fear of the service of foundations of the other two. You do get lovely views on our left here of the large dome and golden cross of St. Paul's Cathedral. It was designed by Sir Christopher Wren and said to have been his masterpiece. It took Wren 35 years to complete, and that was in 1710. The red brick building to our left, as you can see, that is the new City of London School. This is the Millennium Bridge we're now going through. Just on our right here, as we go through it, we have the white thatched roof building. A replica of William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre.